What's up, guys? This is Courtney, one half of the Brothers of Deconstruction here, and I'm bringing you a super late review for Creed 2. Now, I know it's been a while. Work has been really crazy. A whole bunch of stuff that you guys probably really aren't interested in hearing. I recently saw Creed 2 a couple of nights ago. I finally got the chance to see it in theaters, and I wanted to do a review for it. Obviously, that's why I'm making the video. I meant to see Creed 2 like the weekend that it came out, but again, work was hectic, long work weeks, and I just didn't really feel like leaving the house. I would much rather stay in and relax, play video games, sleep, the normal stuff. So finally, I got the chance to see Creed 2. And first things first, this is a great movie. Let's get that out of the way first. This is a really good movie. I didn't really have a whole lot of problems with it, if any at all. Now, before I actually get into details, the movie is a little over 2 hours. I believe it's 2 hours and 10 minutes, and it doesn't seem like it. Coming into it, I was like, okay, it's a 2 hour movie. All right, let's see what happens. But it really doesn't feel like that long of a movie because the pacing and the progression of the story happens really quickly. The movie starts out with Adonis fighting, I forget the boxer's name from the first Creed movie that he lost his Mustang to. So the movie starts out with Adonis fighting that guy for the championship as well as his Mustang. He wins, and then what really the movie starts out with Ivan Drago's son fighting. But after Adonis wins the championship, we see that now they've made the decision, yeah, this is our time to strike now. And so we get a look at Adonis and Bianca's life after he wins the title. He's basically lived up to his father's name, essentially. And we just really get to see, him kind of deal with that. Now, the fight with Victor Drago happens fairly quickly. Like the promoter in the film gets the road to that fight going really quickly. Like after Adonis wins the belt, Ivan and Victor have a press conference. Victor challenges Adonis, and there's a bunch of shit talking around the match. Like, oh, that's the guy, that's the son of the guy that killed your dad. Like, he's coming in talking this big cash money shit. Like, you gotta defend the belt. You gotta show them what's going on. It progresses. That fight happens probably an hour into the movie, which again, an hour doesn't seem like a quick amount of time. But when you have a 2 hour movie, this is going to seem like it happens a little quickly. The only reason why I checked the time when I was in the theater is because I thought it was happening kind of quick. I was like, damn, they're not going to build up to this. Like, it's just going to be a bunch of shit talking. They're going to fight? What's going on? But then I realized, okay, there's going to be more to this. And you actually see that because leading up to that fight, Adonis initially, he doesn't jump at it the first opportunity. Like, he doesn't just come out immediately and say, yeah, I'm taking the fight. There's a bit of time that passes and then he goes to talk to Rocky, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna take the fight. But you can tell that all of the shit talking and everything is getting in his head. And it was a really interesting look because when he has that conversation with Rocky, and they show it in the trailer, like, I'm taking the fight, and Rocky tells him, look, are you really sure you want to do this? I'm not, that kid was raised in hate. I'm not entirely sure this is something that you want to do. Like, that kid is dangerous. And then that's when Don says, I'm dangerous. And so they have that back and forth, and he gets inside of his own head. Because, everybody is worried. This is the son of the same person that killed his dad. Obviously, we saw the actor, I forget his name, or I didn't. I think this is his first acting gig. But the guy that played Victor Drago, that's a big man. Michael B. Jordan is 6 foot. I don't know how much he got up to for the movie, but the actor who played Victor Drago is easily 6'4" and has to be 30, 40 pounds heavier than Michael B. Jordan. So he's a very intimidating person. just looking at him. So yeah, everybody's a little worried in the film, and I don't think it's necessarily because they don't think that Adonis has the skill to beat him. With the theatrics around the fight, Creed versus Drago again. Last time this match happened, the Creed died. So yeah, people are worried, and Adonis gets inside of his own head. He goes to Duke's son to train him because after that back and forth with Rocky, he's like, look, either I'm gonna take the fight whether you're in my corner or not. So what are you gonna do? And Rocky tells him, look, your father died in my arms last time because I made the mistake of not calling the fight sooner. I'm not gonna go through this again. So they basically part ways. Adonis Gold moves out to LA, takes the fight, gets his ass thoroughly beat, but it was a disqualification because Drago broke his ribs and he kept attacking the body, which, I mean, shit, you're supposed to. And he dropped him with another rib shot. And before Adonis could get back up, Drago, like, hit him with, like, a cross. It might have been an uppercut, but he was on his knees and Drago hit him, disqualifying him. Like the guy's on the ground. Like you can't hit him when he's on the ground. But that was a humbling experience for Adonis. And then you get to see him kind of deal with that. Because then the funnier thing is that when he goes to talk to his mom about it, Adonis has already proposed to Bianca earlier in the movie. They have like a little artistic sex scene or whatever like that. But when Adonis moves after he moves out to L.A., he goes. They have dinner, and essentially the dinner is like it's supposed to be about, hey mom, I'm taking the fight against Drago. Felicia Rashad sniffs that shit out. But it's the wrong thing that she sniffs out. While they're eating, she points out all these things that Bianca is doing. And then she asks her, how far along are you? And they look at each other like, what you wait, what you think we came here to announce that we're pregnant? Oh no. She takes a pregnancy test and it turns out that she is. With Bianca being pregnant, and you can tell the transition of time afterwards because Adonis goes from, you know, having all these injuries, being in the hospital, to Bianca not showing to her stomach slowly starts growing and growing as the transition of time goes on through him doing rehab and all this other stuff. And you see that it kind of takes a toll on Adonis because he wasn't sure what he was fighting for. He was scared living up to his dad's legacy. And he has that conversation with Rocky later on in the movie. So for two big action scenes, the two big fights, and they're like smaller fights with Drago here and there, but it's really a drama. It was interesting. You get to see that turmoil that he goes through. And even Bianca says, like, look, we weren't a team when you decided to take the fight the first time. So, I mean, why are you taking it now? You know, yeah, we're talking about it now, but why take it? We don't need to. You know, she brings up the fact that, look, it's not just us now. We have a daughter. This is something you got to think about because, again, that the death of his father by the hands of Ivan Drago still looms heavy over this match and over everything. On the flip side, I just thought everything with Adonis was really, really interesting.